What's your life insurance policy looking like? I'm just kidding. I'd rather that first.
My life insurance policy is $3 million.
Nah, I'd still rather that first.
No. I have $0 to my name.
Hey guys, welcome back to Shed Talk, where we talk about the world ending in 2012. Back to you, Steven.
So, I looked up this conspiracy theory earlier, and there's a theory going around that the world ended in 2012 when they made what's called the God particle, or the Higgs boson, or boson. It's easier to call it God particle. But they think when the God particle was made, they accidentally created a black hole, and the Earth went into it. And it's kind of funny to think about, okay, why is the world still going? But then you think about all the Mandela effects of, I remember this way, I remember this way, but other people were like, no, it's definitely this way. Like the Berenstein Bears, the Berenstein Bears.
Yeah.
And all the different ones.
Curious George and his tail.
Bernstein Bears, or the Fruit of the Loom with the thing on it, or the Monopoly Man having the monocle.
Yeah.
Monopoly Man did have a monocle.
So.
No, he didn't.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you, if the world did end in 2012, these Mandela effects make so much more sense now. And because nobody knows what happens in a black hole.
I have another part to add to the Mandela effect. Just like the last 3 episodes, you remember the 3 of us were in this podcast, and this 4th one, you actually remembered wrong. These 2 have been here the whole time. For all 4 podcasts. This is my wife, Bailey. She actually has been here for like 3 of them. And this is Colby's, how do you say it in Espanol?
Novia.
Novia. Colby's girlfriend. From Honduras. If you remember the intro video, she was there for that too. She's also been here for like 3 podcasts. Just sitting in the back, you know.
Hi, guys. This is Anna. This is the girlfriend of mine.
Of mine. This is the girlfriend of mine.
This is the girlfriend?
I'm structuring my sentences different so I don't say words that are repetitive. Okay?
That'd be like.
Spell repetitive.
Mike.
I can't spell repetitive. I had a Louisiana education in Common Core. And I have a note of that on this computer, by the way. Once we get to it. But this is Anna. How you say it again? Novia?
Novia.
My goodness, you need to practice your Spanish.
Novia?
I got
Tu
both of them.
eres novia.
No.
Oh, dang.
I got both of them in Duolingo. Yo soy tu novia. I'm your girlfriend. That's what you're supposed to say. Anyway. Hi, guys.
And then, obviously, we know Steven. He's like one of the main guys.
Apparently.
He's one of the main characters in this show, and I am the other main character, and Caleb's the top main character.
No, I'm not. So if you don't know, there's always a 3rd guy in the podcast that actually, like George and the Logan Paul, we talked about this in the first one. I'm that guy, so I'm not actually supposed to be in this one. This is actually just supposed to be the 4 of them, but Steven said he was going to protest if I wasn't in it, so here I am. Anyway.
Curious George's tail. Our older brother remembered him having a tail. I don't, but I remembered seeing a post about this Mandela effect about Curious George having a tail. And there was one about the genie, or it was supposed to be this comedian, and he's like, I was never in this movie. It was a terrible movie. And instead it was what, Shaq?
Don't talk about Aladdin like that.
I think it was like Shaq or something. It was in the newer one. That's not the Mandela effect one, quote unquote. But I remember playing Monopoly as a kid, and he had a monocle, okay?
He just jumped so many.
I remember.
Have you ever tried LSD?
I have no idea what's going on.
What?
Shaq and the Genie and
Monopoly.
Monopoly.
The man had the
but Curious George's tale on the Genie.
I didn't
That
say
pops
it was on
up
the Genie.
in
I jumped from
Monopoly.
different Mandela effect.
Manila.
Mandela.
That's definitely in a different country.
That's in a different country. Anyway,
Y'all know that the toilets in. Ooh, hold on.
we have somebody.
Isn't Honduras in the southern hemisphere?
It's in South America.
You know, south of the equator, southern hemisphere.
No, this is central.
But anyway, did your toilet water spin down the opposite direction as it does here in America?
No. I have never thought about that. Now I need to
No,
look it
it's
up.
north of the equator.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
That's another thing that's going to be cool about this episode is we're probably going to bring in a lot of knowledge and experience from, especially these two, being in other countries. Considering you've traveled out of country and you're from.
If y'all don't know, they're actually both Mexican.
Yeah, they're both Mexican.
I am not. Now I'm with
Try not to
Steven
sound
saying,
too defensive.
I'm definitely not. I am so tired of people calling me Mexican.
I am not a Mexican. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say.
Let's talk about something else. Type 3 diabetes.
Type 3 diabetes.
Type 3 diabetes. While
Alzheimer's.
While we're on the topic of
Oh, articles. I'm not looking it up, but I read an article where to treat Alzheimer's, you can treat it as diabetes.
Alzheimer's. Yep.
Actual Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's. It's Alzheimer.
What?
It's Alzheimer.
Alzheimer?
It's
What am
a
I?
Z.
It is not Alzheimer.
You're saying
It's not a
Alzheimer.
basketball team.
What am I saying?
Alzheimer's.
What is it?
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's.
How am I saying that different? Alzheimer. A way to treat Alzheimer is like you would treat a diabetic. I read an article about that and I thought it was pretty interesting. So
It also works for PCOS,
And PCOS, which is,
polycystic ovarian syndrome.
see,
I knew that.
Diabetic drugs are a treatment for PCOS,
Naturally, people with PCOS have
insulin resistance.
insulin resistance. They also have irregular periods and cycles. So whenever you go to a OBGYN,
An obgyn. Yes.
obgyn,
Oh, Lauren's gonna love that. I did tell them, Lauren, that you call it obgyn and not OBGYN.
And that's what I've been calling it ever since.
okay. Anyway, they will put you on birth control to regulate your cycle.
Even though birth control is not meant to regulate your cycle.
Benji. So if you look it up, whatever birth control you're on, you'll find out that it is not meant to regulate your cycle and can actually have long-term effects on.
but you remember in our second podcast, we're messing with the money.
It can affect your long-term fertility. Conspiracy theory: the government is trying to population control using
Birth control?
birth control. Anyway,
I also read a conspiracy theory on top of that about the chemicals they use for that is in our pastas. That's a conspiracy theory that I read. Not an article, just a conspiracy theory. I have, when I do make pasta, I do see that there's plastic on the side of the pot. So I do believe there's, with the preservatives, there are plastics in our food, but
And also, if you are with a woman who is on birth control, you are also on birth control because it comes out in bodily fluids, including saliva. So you are also getting a dose of estrogen every time you make out with your girlfriend, wife, whatever.
why I get a little moody.
No, that would be an
say this
excess
morning
of
with your father-in-law?
testosterone.
About, you know you're getting old when you lose testosterone, you get estrogen, you become moody and cry.
Fun fact, the number one hormone that takes place on a woman's period is testosterone.
That's why you're so angry.
Yes. And moody, and we want to rip your heads off.
So, but since we have females on this podcast now, there is a topic that I would like to talk about that we watch on TikToks. So I've watched TikToks about how much women think men should make. And a lot of them are thrown out. They need to make 6 digits a year, 500,000, $1 million.
6 figures?
Yeah.
How much do you think he should have to make?
Actually, I don't care about money, but because I'm always like a person who likes to work. So it's like, I'm going to do my part, he's going to do his part. So I don't care, but he needs to work. Whatever he's doing, he just needs to work.
I agree that men should work. Yeah, so. I also agree that I need to work because I cannot live without working. It's like a part of me now.
Bro, like 2 hours ago, you was passed out on the couch. I was like, Colby, wake up.
Because I'm tired from working, but I have to work.
I started tickling his feet, and that's whenever he woke up. I don't think it matters how much you make as long as together you make enough to survive. You know, don't nobody want to be living in a cardboard box. I love you, and I would live in a cardboard box with you, but I'm not saying I would be happy. But it doesn't really matter, just like she said, as long as they are working, because if there's, I mean, everybody's seen those broke boyfriend TikToks where it's like she goes to work and then he was like, babe, did you lock your card? I couldn't buy my Xbox games.
And the ones where they're the boyfriends that don't work, the way they stand behind their woman when she's paying for the meal.
Yes, the broke boyfriend hold.
Yeah, and then
or hey, slide me your card so it looks like I'm paying.
Yeah. I've seen the slide on the videos.
Yeah,
or,
it's like, here, just pass it under the
whenever. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, if women
nothing wrong with picking up the check every now and then,
or are comfortable filling up their own vehicle, that's fine. But this specific instance I'm talking about, I've seen videos where the man is rude about it and makes the woman get out of the vehicle. But what was that?
That's saying that I need to pray.
But you could tell. No, I don't even know where we're going with that anymore. But basically, bums.
Bro, that happens all the time. So sometimes my wallet will be in her purse, and then we'll go somewhere, and it'll be time for me to pay. But I'll be like, hey, can you give me my wallet out of your purse? But it looks like she's paying, and I'm... Anyway.
It's usually his card. He leaves his card with me whenever he goes to work for a week so that I have it to get normal stuff. Yeah. And then he comes back, and we don't think to give the card back until we're standing in line, like, ready to pay for something, or we're sitting at a restaurant, and then I pull his card out of my wallet, and it makes it look like I'm paying, and it's trying to make it look like he is.
I think always different because he handed me his card. You just don't care. Like,
I keep all my cards on me.
Yeah,
but what they're talking about... Yeah, but what they're talking about is when he leaves for work, he leaves his card with her. I don't leave my card with you, like he does with her.
Colby and I have a marriage where we're like, no, I'm just kidding. Bailey and I have a marriage where
I love you, Pookie.
We have a very traditional marriage.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
We take normal gender roles, like the generic gender roles. He goes out and he works, and I stay home. I do have my little tiny job. He goes to work, and I stay home. I take care of our house. I take care of our 5 gazillion dogs. And that works for us, but then there are couples such as Colby and Anna where they both work, they both bring in money, and it's just whatever works for you. Or Steven and Lauren, where they split bills. They both have decent paying jobs, and still Lauren takes on the traditional feminine role.
I mean, she works from home, so.
Because apparently Steven has had the liberty of barely having to do laundry in his how many years with Lauren?
I have learned this week how to use our washer and dryer, because my wife and daughter and mother-in-law went on a week-long cruise, and I needed clothes for work.
And how long have you been with Lauren?
About 16 years.
He has not had to do laundry in 16 years.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to talk
Wait, to be fair, though, she washes the clothes, and
He wears them. That's a whole.
Yeah, the kids and I fold them and put them away, so it kind of evens out.
Balance.
And her office is in the laundry room because we have a really big laundry room. So she just swaps it out while she's working. Yeah. But when Lauren and I go out to dinner, I almost always pay, but I don't really think much of it because I have a little extra money. So my wife and I have separate bank accounts, and I usually have a little extra money because I don't buy nice clothes, obviously. I don't buy
think you look
makeup.
great.
I don't do my nails, except for my toes, because I got to keep them pretty. So I usually pay for dinner, but when she does pay for dinner, I do feel special. She'll be like, "Oh, I'll pay this time," and I'm like, "Oh, wow, that's nice."
It's nice to be rewarded every now and then, being taken care of at a meal.
Oh man.
I'd like to take care after.
Anyway, so the other thing I was going to talk about was how little Colby, and now that Steven pointed out how little Colby and Steven dress. You know, you'd think that they're broke from how they dress, but then you look at their bank account and you realize that they are broke. And no, I'm just kidding. They make a decent amount of
To
money.
be fair, if I am broke, it's because of the bills that I have to pay.
Yeah.
They're very expensive because I am the person, I will work for nice things. I don't have to have nice things, but if I want nice things, I will go out and I will work for it.
But then you like also go get nice things, and then now you actually have to work.
And I have to work because of nice things. But I have a plan to take care of that within the next 5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years, man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So I do not care what I'm wearing as long as it's comfortable. I will buy stuff from like Goodwill. I don't care. But before my daughter went on this cruise with my wife, I bought her right at $500 worth of clothes. She wanted new clothes.
Hey,
And
Steven,
that's
I'm going
fine.
to mail you some adoption papers. Sign them.
And it doesn't really bother me because she wanted new clothes. That's fine. The clothes I'm wearing, I probably spent $9 on, except for the shoes because I had to special order those.
My entire outfit came from a flea market.
See, there's nothing wrong with where you buy your clothes from. I mean, I don't see us, we don't have to have name brands. Now, don't use me as an example because this shirt I bought specially because it's funny, and I bought it from a TikTok creator, Ketamine and Chill. So, but everything else I wear is like $5, and it's you can think of it as you're saving money, or you're not having to spend all of your money on all these name brands and be broke. You can invest it in something
We
else.
thank God for Anna making Colby wear real clothes instead of the stretchy pants and
So-
the crappy Crocs that are taped together.
So
You're welcome.
Bro, he's wearing jeans today, man.
I am. Well, I had to dress nice for church.
I did that today, and they did good.
Yeah.
But you know why? Because I rearranged his closet. I'm like, this side is just for church. Okay?
This part is for church. This part is for clothes I don't wear, but they're kind of nice looking that you can wear in public. This entire side is for work because 14 days of my life in the month I work. And then I have like milk crates that we bought from Walmart. We didn't take them from anywhere else. We bought them from Walmart. That has like muscle shirts and sweatpants and everything because that's for me to work out in. But I used to.
Disappear.
They will start disappearing because I used to on a regular basis wear a muscle shirt, sweatpants, and Crocs.
That were
And-
taped together.
Yeah, that were taped together. Actually, that was just to be funny. We took the Curlex tape, the different colors, just to be designer cool, whatever. But when I was in high school, I used to wear welding boots with athletic pants, a muscle shirt, and a do-rag.
Dude, I remember this. So I would actually talk to him and be like, dude, what are you wearing? He's like, don't you know I'm country? I'm like, son, you are not country. You're a redneck. He's like, I ain't no redneck. I ain't none of that redneck trash. I'm country.
I'm redneck.
Bro, you know what country people wear? Country people are like the ranch hands, They They got like the nice boots. the
Country people
jeans,
are
the
anybody
button-up
that
shirts.
That's
are in the
different.
country.
Redneck, country, and cowboy are 3 completely different things.
Yeah, but country and redneck are not the same thing, and that's what Colby was classifying.
Neither are
as.
cowboys in country.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Prove it. Cowboys
What's
work
country?
on a ranch. Country
What's
is
country?
you live in the country.
Yes.
So
I'm
rednecks-
country, but I don't work on a ranch.
Rednecks are also considered country. Thank you very much.
No. False.
Go listen to Blake Shelton then.
False information.
Blake Shelton's country.
Blake
We don't claim Blake Shelton.
Yeah, Blake Shelton is not a country singer. You know who a country singer is? George Strait.
Okay.
Is he?
Yes.
Yeah, he's country.
He's the number 1 country
Who's he
singer.
married to?
I don't know.
It's not George. No.
He's not that other guy that sings about friends in low places.
That's Garth Brooks.
Yeah, I don't like Garth Brooks.
Ouch. I'm just kidding. No, George Strait. He did that move. What's it called?
He sings
Country?
"I Cross
Pure
My
Country.
Heart." Yeah,
That man is country.
that's a beautiful man.
Yes, I agree.
He dresses like a cowboy. You know,
No, he's not as
beautiful,
beautiful as
as
Jacob
Jacob Belgard. If anybody wants to know what Jacob Belgard looks like, go watch Purple Hearts.
Or
He looks like Nick Galitzine.
the movie with what's that woman?
The Idea of You with
Call me on
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
But no, he also wore like sparkly clothes when he was performing on stage in that movie too. And a lot of country singers back in the day wore like
Yeah,
disco
but
ballish
the whole point of that movie
rhinestones.
was that people were
Ray
going.
Cyrus, Billy Ray Cyrus. I'm sorry, that was directly from Hannah Montana. Billy Ray Cyrus does not count.
I didn't count Billy Ray Cyrus.
But literally in that movie, Pure Country, he was talking about how people are watching the concerts for the lights and the music and bands. So I'm pretty sure by the end of it, he wasn't wearing all the sparkles.
No,
But
but still, redneck is country, cowboys country.
real quick, I just got a Snapchat from our friend Jackson. You need to come like podcast with us in Louisiana. Jackson, he's from Mississippi.
Oh yeah, he was our.
He works for that ambulance company we work for.
He was our first follower.
Our first subscriber on YouTube, yeah. And he watches our podcast from the station.
Wait,
Well,
Caleb,
we're
I
not
got a
there
question
yet.
for you. How long till you guys have 5 babies?
Forever, we are not having 5 babies. We are not having 5 babies. So no, absolutely not.
Triplets first,
No,
and then the
absolutely
twins.
not.
Yes.
Don't
I'm
lay hands.
So no,
Don't
this is
quit laying
okay.
hands. I don't like this.
Twins
a house.
runs in both of their families, and I think they're gonna have 5 children.
That's the only thing that runs in my family.
That
And
male
bald.
pattern baldness.
So I got a question for you, you two. Oh, actually, you as well, and possibly you, because I know you play games, and I know y'all play games. But and you've watched him play games, if even if you don't.
Up, down, left, right.
Yes, up, down, left, right, X, Y, X, Y, B. Anyway, I'm saying anyway this podcast. So imagine you're playing Call of Duty, right? And you're sitting in an airstrike on the enemy team. What if us playing Call of Duty is not actually us playing Call of Duty? What if we are actually sending in airstrikes and we don't know about it?
So he brought this up to me the other day, and I told him, and I believe the Ukraine is actually having gamers knowingly, they're like knowingly doing it, but they're hiring gamers to fly drones to like into Russian things, and they explode.
Kind of like that movie with the race car drivers where they get like the ones that play video games as like
Yeah.
race car drivers, and then they actually like get them to ride in like the whatever it is. I don't know.
I didn't watch it, but I know one of the main actors in it. I really like that actor.
Gamers would be the best people to do that, though.
It's the dude from Stranger Things,
Oh, David, yeah.
David Harbour. I think.
Steven was saying gamers would be the best to do that because don't get me wrong. Gamers are a kind of their own. They could fight in wars. I'm going to say that, but that's more on the technology side. They're not the one you're going to hand a gun and go say, "Hey, I need you to do the special operation, sneak into this base." I'm not one. I know. And do what you need to do.
Okay, so switch of topics so that Caleb doesn't have to edit out all of this. So Stephen and Anna have both been out of this country. Anna is from a different country. Stephen just travels, which is fun for him.
It's fantastic.
Usually fun.
That's fantastic.
What are you doing?
Awkward silence.
All right, what was your question?
So, yeah. Go ahead.
So what is something from other cultures that you like better than our culture?
Definitely the food. When I got here, it's nothing wrong, but I got a lot of stomach aches. The diet, it's different here. The things that the food had, the products, and I love my food from my country. And yeah, I don't know. What about you?
So when I was 18, I went to South America, specifically Peru, and they made a drink called pisco sours. And instead of putting water on your table, because they knew we couldn't drink it, that's what they gave us. It's a potato vodka with lemon juice and some seasonings. Absolutely amazing. And the drinking age was 18. And I didn't realize this, but Peru is very sexist. I was with my grandmother, and she told the waiter to cut me off, and I told the waiter I wanted another one. And even though she was my grandmother, I was the male. So whatever I said was what was going to happen. And I kind of took advantage of that.
So that's your favorite part about other countries?
No.
Sexism?
No, I liked the pisco sours. They were amazing. But I think the foods, I guess, were better in Peru than they are here. Here it's more about what can we get out of flavor, not nutrition. And like when I went to an aunt's house in Peru, for dessert, we had fruit instead of like ice cream or other brownies or cake. We had fruits. We had some fruits I've never seen before. We had one that looked like a banana, but when you opened it, it had little pods in it. And instead of like one solid banana, it had like little pods, and you would pull those out and eat them. And it didn't taste like banana either. But it was pretty good. I liked it. I have no idea what it was called.
Banana fruit that's not actual banana?
Yeah. It was in Peru.
Yeah.
A pot?
Pops.
Pods.
So speaking of food. Speaking of food, I heard somebody earlier this week, they were saying that cheese making you constipated is a myth. What do y'all think about that?
Tag 'em and bag 'em.
Tag 'em and bag 'em.
It's definitely a myth with Caleb because he is lactose intolerant. More cheese he eats, the worse I want him out of the room.
Bro, so we we work at a combination department. I don't know. Anyway, so we have paid guys and volunteers. And so I would always work the day shift with Steven and then volunteer that night and sleep at the station with him and then run calls with him. And all day.
He would eat cheese and drink milk and eat ice cream, and we were staying in a very small space, and it was horrible.
All night long.
Until that one night, we slept in the bunk bed, and I slept underneath you. That was the best payback.
Here's the question for y'all that you work in this EMT and
Oh,
paramedics.
I'm
And
sorry.
how do you manage when you are on shift, like working, and you get some food or drink something and upset your stomach and you got a call. How do you manage that?
Imodium,
Yes.
Imodium, and Pepto.
I had
What is the fastest thing? Like,
I worked with this medic one time. I'm not gonna say his name. James Charles. Anyway, but he didn't tell me the story. His wife and daughter came to the station to sit down and eat with him and visit, and they told me the story, and that was funny. But he was in the ambulance on a call, and because of his diet, he randomly has the urge to go poop and can't control when. It's always really bad. And so he went in the trash can in the truck going down the road with the old lady. And poor lady, she was like, "Is that me? That smells so bad." And he just let her think it was her.
That's kind of messed up.
Die a little quieter, please.
Yeah, I'm talking, man. But I've actually heard plenty of stories of a lot of people going in the trash cans in the truck. So
have you ever had like one episode like that? You being intolerant, lactose intolerant?
I don't think so.
So when I'm at work, I'm very careful about what I eat.
Yeah.
I don't eat a lot of fiber at work. I make sure I stay away from Mexican food for sure. Any food that's questionable, food trucks, I don't eat any of that just in case. If it's questionable at all, I will not eat it because the truck I work on, we are running almost constantly for 48 hours straight. And there's not always time to go to the bathroom, so you just got to be careful.
I've pooped myself 3 times in life, and 2 of them was at work. One of them was after I had Taco Bell for lunch and Mexican for dinner. I rushed home. Yeah, when I was rushing home, it started raining. I was running inside, and I was trying to unlock the door, and the door was messing up. It was at the trailer, you know. Yeah. And anyway, I didn't make it. But the other 2 times, we actually talked about on the last podcast, one of them, whenever I was shutting the door with my foot, and then on the engine. And then whenever I was working on the ambulance, I actually wasn't in the truck. I was in the bathroom at the station, and I was about to take a shower. So I was, had to fart, and I was in there by myself, obviously. So I just let one rip, and then it was warm, and it didn't go away, and it was not a fart.
This is why I wear shower shoes.
Just recently.
It was actually like a month ago.
This is why I wear shower shoes. I work with a guy. He's like, I always clean the shower. I'm very very careful about it.
No, I didn't. It was actually my underwear. I hadn't got undressed yet.
Okay. Even then, we all know that one person that pees in the shower.
Or waffle stomps that poop.
Oh my god, I was just
Yeah.
thinking about that.
So I am very I said like again. I wear Crocs or slides in the shower, and I do not take them off.
I wear it for a very different reason.
Yeah. Anyway, but so what I do is I'm on a carnivore diet. I broke it yesterday just because I was spending time with family and we had to get together. But
He almost passed out because of all the sugar.
I had a sugar crash. But while I'm at work, I'm very loyal to my carnivore diet. I eat nothing but shrimp, chicken, and a few other things. The energy drinks actually are the reason why I have to go so bad. Like even before I took a national registry test, I drank one of these on the way down there, and I knew I had to get there at least 20 minutes earlier than the 30 minutes because I was going to spend 15 in the bathroom. And so what I try to do is I try to go whenever I can, even if I don't have to. That way when we get a call.
Now, honey, just go try it. We're going to be in the car a long time.
Exactly. Just like my naps. If I'm not tired, I still try to take one because I'm on shift for a very long time. And I need to take as much naps and bathroom breaks as I can.
Bro, how did we get on this topic, man?
She asked, what do we do at work? How do we go to the restroom?
Yeah,
So
that's
are you
right.
saying what happened a month ago, month ago, 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna listen, Bailey. So you are telling me that you have an extra pair of jeans, pants in your unit?
We always bring extra clothes to work. Always. Socks, underwear, clothes, everything. I have been on a call before. It was a cardiac arrest. Luckily, there was 5 other people there, 4 or 5. Well, after
We're all coding.
no, they were all in EMS helping. Luckily, I had that many there because I had to pee really bad, and I finished my round of CPR and swapped out with someone, and then stood next to them and peed in the toilet while everyone else was doing CPR.
At the person's house.
Next to the person. I could not hold it anymore. It was either that or go on myself. But luckily we had enough people there to where we had 2 paramedics, we had 3 EMTs, and 2 useless people.
So I've used the bathroom at patients' houses before, but I've never used the bathroom next to the patient. I have eaten breakfast over a patient that had just coded because we hadn't eaten in like 2 days. That's exaggeration.
So the patient codes, and you're just like, oh, let me finish my waffle.
Well, we worked them, and there was a time of death, and we had to wait on the corner because in other states, it's not like Louisiana where you just pass it off to the sheriff's department. No, we have to sit and wait on the corner, and they took 45 minutes to an hour, so that's holding up an ambulance. And we were at a nursing home, and they're like, y'all want breakfast? And we're like, shoot, yeah, I just burned a lot of calories. This is a hot room.
You're eating the nursing home breakfast.
I was that hungry.
That's like school lunch.
That's worse than school lunch.
Yeah.
But I ate breakfast in the same room. Like, we got to do what we got to do, man.
We got to change the subject again.
Would you rather?
Y'all ready for Would You Rather?
No, we still got some time. So what do y'all think about the Common Core in Louisiana? So,
I thought they discontinued that like 2 years after they started it.
well, I know when I was in junior high, I was a part of this. When I was in junior high, I know I was in this whatever math class. I used to be good at math, and I don't know what happened.
Then the doctor told him he had to breathe through his nose.
And that took too many brain cells.
It did. I didn't understand. But then they started making me explain how I got my answer whenever I'm like The Incredibles. Math is math. To the point to where we failed our test if we didn't explain. And then that confused me. I already have a reading disorder.
Bro, you preaching to the choir, son. We went through that school too.
I know. But I was the guinea pig.
Started that whenever he was in like 5th grade and I was in like 4th grade. It wasn't so much the showing my work that was the problem. It was the stupid way that they wanted you to show your work. Like, create a picture.
Draw lines and circles.
I'm like, that's stupid.
No, I don't want to. I'll be more confused.
Now I have people that are like, hey, can you help my child with their homework? Absolutely not. Your child can fail that class.
I upset someone because of my math.
Yeah, we looked at it, and it was like how they wanted it to be done. Awful.
I can tell you the answer. I can't tell you how to show your work.
2 + 2 is 4. I can't tell you specifically how it got that way. I know 2 + 2 is 4. You take 2 of this, you take 2 of this, put it together, 4. Boom. I don't have to draw lines and circles and...
No. With the schooling so they started the Common Core math whenever I was in the 4th grade, and they had stopped Common Core math by the time I was in 7th grade.
I started Common Core when I was in 5th grade.
That's because you're old.
I know. I'm getting old.
I'm so glad I never did Common Core math.
Yeah.
It's because you're old too.
It's because my age of people knows how to do math right. You guys weren't getting it, so they had to do
Well,
something.
it was your age of people that said, they seem to be understanding math a little too well. Let's screw that up.
A little bit older than his age, but yeah. It was a little bit older than his age. Conspiracy theory, they did that on purpose so that we could be
dumb. We're handing out more diplomas than ever, but everyone is dumber, and that is a statistic.
Hey, a lot of them people used that app. What's it called?
Quizlet?
Quizlet. A lot of people are
Quizlet is
getting
the only
degrees through
reason I
Quizlet.
was passing psychology.
I know a lot of nurses who got their degrees through Quizlet.
So
Other way, right here.
I don't know if everyone else has thought about this, but they've stopped teaching children how to write in cursive. Now, yes, we don't use cursive in regular day every day, but like when you guys bought your house, you had to sign your name, right? Kids now can't.
They also can't tell time.
My kids can.
A lot of
I took out all the analog clocks
What's the Constitution written in?
in cursive. I mean,
I don't know anything.
the original, you can't really read it that well anyway because it's so old. But
Yeah, you were there when they wrote it, right, Stephen?
oh, negative.
He's COVID negative. So I have a article that I would like to read to all of you. Not the whole thing. It's a lot, but anyway, it says it's in Milwaukee, wherever that is.
Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri. I don't know.
It's in a northern state.
So it says the title is "Firefighter Won't Leave Fire Truck to Battle Inferno Until Song Ends." Local firefighters are struggling to rein in an out-of-control 5-alarm warehouse blaze, partially due to equipment operator Eddie Daniels refusing to leave the truck until his favorite song ends, onlookers have reported. And then they have a quote from him. It says, "First of all, this warehouse is old and ugly, so I don't know why everyone is getting so upset. And secondly, this is one of Metallica's one." What?
It's Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. This is Metallica's one we're talking about, and there's no way I'm leaving the truck this early in the song. And then
That's a long song.
said the crew can bang on the door all they want. I'm not putting on my oxygen tank until the darkness imprisoning me part. Plus the flames are really making the lyrics land 10 times harder. They know darn well this is my ritual. So find someone else to hook up the hose. And then there's more, but that's the gist of the. Anyway, so first of all,
So is this like an actual thing that happened?
no, I think it's a joke, but
a joke.
I believe so.
I
But
would hope so.
first of all, do we know anyone like that?
Yeah.
Who do we know like that?
Do we want to name names?
We could do initials.
That could be anybody.
What's the initials you're thinking
I don't want to because they'll know. Nope.
Be like that. Be like that talk show where you either spill or you eat with James Corden.
Look, I'll say me. That makes everything better. Now say who the initials are.
Nope.
Anyway, second of all, what's your song? What's your go-to song when you're if you're at the fire department going to a structure fire, or if you're on an ambulance going to a cardiac arrest?
This is
So
a plastic table. Why do you guys keep knocking on it?
Okay.
Knock on your head. Knock on wood.
I'm glad we got this camera going for that. Anyway, so song.
so for you don't want to know my cardiac arrest song. It's the metal song where they sing die, die, die.
Let's change the top. No, I'm just kidding.
And then my structure fire song would probably be the old song where they go fire, come on now fire. Good, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. He was there when it was written.
Mine would probably be Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire. I like that one.
What about codes?
Baby Shark.
Baby shark, baby shark, woo! Playing with the siren. The mic's over there.
No, I meant Baby Shark while I'm doing CPR.
Oh, baby shark. While you think of it, I've also got a song for respiratory problems, and it's getting down with the sickness.
Okay, slight change of subject, but have y'all seen like those TikToks of that one guy who's like, "Thank you for calling thank you for calling the clinic. Please hold," and then they start like the STD clinic, and then he's like, "Please hold," and it's like, "This girl is on fire." It just plays extremely inappropriate songs, or the one that I think he did one that, and forgive me, I don't remember fully, but was talking about like people who couldn't walk, and played an inappropriate song for that one. Or
Was it Walking on Sunshine?
yes, that's what it was. Or dang it, Colby, you made me forget my other one. But those make me laugh so fun. It's so funny, and it's really inappropriate, but it's absolutely hilarious.
If we do
He's
end
an
up
old man.
working a code tonight, it'll probably be me because I'm on my 5th energy drink today.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
I am extremely tired.
SVT.
Oh, I remember it. Thank you for calling such and such funeral home, and then starts playing Bodies.
That was going to be my code song, by the way. Let the bodies, let the bodies. Anyway. Thank you for our sponsor. They're not our sponsor because they don't love us.
But hey, we all drank plenty of it.
We drink plenty of it, so we need to be sponsored by you guys. Yep. Ghost. Methacobalamin, all the way. Methacobalamin.
That's another thing. So I'm sure he's told y'all about the cyanocobalamin versus methylcobalamin. Well, so my obgyn suggested that I get on a prenatal because it has all of the vitamins that you need to get pregnant and everything like that. I go looking through the aisle trying to find a good prenatal vitamin that does not have cyanocobalamin in it. I found every last one on that shelf had methylcobalamin in it except for one, and it was on clearance because they were going to stop carrying it. Yes. They all had cyanocobalamin, and the only one with methylcobalamin was being taken off the shelf.
Suspicious.
Yeah, so I've already explained this, but just to make sure I circle back to it, cyanocobalamin is a type of B12 that is man-made from like human waste, and it does give you energy, but it's also like poison, cyanide, cyanocobalamin, and after it gives you energy, it makes you feel really bad. So whenever you're taking B12, no matter if you're taking vitamins or something with B12 in it, like these beautiful things, make sure it has not cyanocobalamin, like methylcobalamin. I think the other one's like hydroxycobalamin or something.
Yes.
So watch out for what you're eating and drinking, and that's another reason why Go should sponsor us, because
We love you.
yeah. I only drink one a day though. Limit your caffeine. Be healthy. Be safe and happy.
Don't be like me.
Don't be like Steven.
No.
So would you rather?
All right.
It was mine. We were talking about with Steven and Caleb and Bailey here. I'm going to repeat it. Would you rather know how you will die, or would you rather know when you will die? I know their answer, but what about you, Colby?
You're the only one that hasn't answered this one.
When or how?
I mean, if I know when, I'm going to be afraid for the rest of my life of dying because of when. So I'm going to go with how. Okay. And I could still be afraid the rest of my life about how I died, but in that case,
Say you die in a car accident, you're never going to want to drive again.
yeah. But if I know I die in
47.
2047, well, I guess I'd rather know when. That makes more sense. I'd rather know when. That way I can live my life. Because if I know I'm going to die in 3 months, I'm going to quit my job and I'm just going to go and live life and not do anything the doctor says for 3 months. So
That's what I said.
yeah.
I said I would rather know when until Steven said he would rather know how, and he made a really good point as to why he
Yes.
would choose how.
What do you say?
What I said to Hal is, if I knew I was going to die in a car accident, I could be in the military, and I wouldn't have any trouble with running in to a building with a bunch of people with guns, because I know I'm going to die in a car accident and not get shot. Well, I might get shot, but I won't die.
So would knowing and trying to change the outcome actually change the outcome, or no?
Well, I mean, you know how you're going to die. That's how you're going to die.
There's no changing that.
You can't change it. I mean, I guess technically if you shot yourself, but then it would say you shoot yourself.
Then it would change.
No, because somehow you would survive because you're supposed to die in a car accident.
There's been people that shot himself in the head and lived.
Yeah, actually, a guy from my hometown, he was cleaning a gun, and he apparently did not check to see if there was one in the chamber, and while he was cleaning it, he shot himself through the chin. He is okay. He is okay. He is... Well, he's still living today, so...
Gun safety, everybody. Treat every gun like it's loaded. And don't point it at anybody or yourself or blah, 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 blah.
Yes. Very important.
Next, would you rather...
Oh, I have one. Okay. I'm sorry, Colby.
I don't have one.
Oh, okay. So, would you rather be stuck in a romantic comedy with your worst enemy or in a horror movie with your best friend?
Horror movie with my best friend.
That'll be funny.
Horror movie with my best friend.
I'll go with that.
Yeah,
too.
and my,
A horror movie with my best friend, because a lot of these killers are actually really sloppy. It's just everybody's... Huh?
and also predictable.
Yeah, and predictable. So, like, if you watch all these movies, like, all these people just falling over and they don't know how to run away or how to hide. And I'm like, bro, you could have easily just got up and stabbed the dude. Like,
Yeah, or like the meme I saw today from the Scream series. I don't trust anybody with a plaid shirt.
yeah. Bro, Jason should be afraid of me whenever one of our cameras dropped. Jason should be afraid
what?
of me.
Your camera. What?
It turned off.
Oh.
Mine hasn't. It's still rolling.
But I cannot say that I would like to be in a horror movie with my best friend, simply because of the fact that no matter how much I love her, and she lives in Texas, love her to pieces, she gets scared and she drops to the floor. I can't save myself and save her.
You don't have to save her. You just gotta be faster than her.
Well, I don't want to leave my best friend to die. I love her,
She'll come back to life in the next sequel.
and she's too hot to die. Corinne, I love you. If you ever watch this, I love you. But also, to be stuck in a romantic comedy with my worst enemy, it would quickly become a horror movie. So,
I still go with my answer. I want to be in a horror movie with my best friend because we could make that entire thing hilarious. It'd be more of the scary
movie
movie
instead of Scream.
Scream. Yeah.
Okay, so for my would you rather have idiopathic hyperhidrosis, where your body has overactive sweat glands, where you're sweating constantly, like really, really bad, like even, yeah, kind of like Trail, but worse. Just constantly sweaty, just covered in sweat all the time, or have itchy bones.
sweat.
Sweat. Already sweat.
So I've actually known somebody that had the sweating condition, and they almost always smelled bad because they would wake up sweaty. They would take a shower, but as soon as they got out of the shower, they start sweating again. By the time they got to work, they were already like damp and musty smelling. And they actually got sent home from work a lot because of the way they smelled. But it wasn't his fault. And eventually he went to a doctor and got a note and said, it's not my fault. I just sweat like this. And they couldn't send him home anymore because it was a disorder he had.
I would still choose sweat just because if I had itchy bones, I would. Because I would drive myself to insanity.
What about you, Colby?
I'd probably do sweat, mainly because if I had itchy bones, I'd constantly scratch and be annoyed, and no medication would help me get rid of the urge to itch.
If you took pain relievers, like
I won't be able to work if I take pain relief.
pain relievers. I'm not talking about like ketamine. I'm talking about like
Toradol? I'll probably do itchy bones then because I work out a lot, so I'd hate to sweat and smell like onion rings all the time, even though I don't eat onion rings.
Okay, honest, would you rather?
Oh. Would you rather your significant others be best friend with your ex or best friends with their exes?
So would you rather be best friends with your significant other's ex or then be best friends with your ex?
I'd rather be best friends with my significant other's ex because I can probably hang out with them, but for them to be friends with their ex or my ex?
For them to be friends with your ex.
Oh no, they plot like goodbye Earl.
I would say her ex because we are friends with her ex. So
Yeah, I'd probably want to be friends with her ex rather than her be friends with my exes.
Do you agree with that?
Yes.
I would rather be friends with Caleb's ex than him be friends with mine. I don't feel like.
You're in a different situation. So
Yeah, I just feel like that would not end well for anyone involved.
But me and Colby, in that situation, like, we are,
yeah.
I'd rather him be friend with my
I
ex.
feel like I could get along with his ex better than he could get along with
now
mine.
they can't come around because they're probably going to try and make a move on my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean she's hot, so
This is true.
Back up and running. So,
Yay.
yay.
so now they can see this.
What about you,
Okay,
Caleb?
so answer the question. Would you rather be
I
best?
agree with you.
You'd rather be friends with her?
Yeah, you would probably get along. Oh crap! You would probably get along with my ex a lot better than I would get along with yours. That sounds really bad. Okay.
Okay.
So if I had to do a would you rather, I guess mine would be I'm gonna come up with it off the top of my head, so it's probably gonna be weird. Would you rather go to work for the rest of your life, but only make enough money to pay bills, to eat off of, and that's it? Like, you can't buy extra things or anything. Or would you rather get kicked in the nuts once a week?
Get kicked in the nuts once a week.
I don't have nuts, so I would choose get kicked in the nuts.
Me too. I go with that.
you guys would be punched in the ovaries. Well, I've had a vasectomy, so definitely kicked in the nuts.
I don't think that affects the pain.
No, but I'm not worried about having any more children.
I'll come up with one that has to do with money. Would you rather for, we'll say, $10K a month, so $120,000 a year. Be quiet, Colby. You can't do math that fast. You acting smart. You didn't even know you could breathe through your nose until the doctor told you.
Bruh, $10K a month, I know that's 120 because that's what paramedics make in travel. It was quick.
Not because there was 12 months in the year, but that's because how much.
Anyway, continue.
That's a common core math.
It was the long way to get the answer.
10K a month, but you have to drink a cup of mucus spit once a week.
Once a week?
Once a week, or or be broke the rest of your life.
Be broke the rest of my life.
I'm gonna do
Like
the
you
mucus
can't even pay your
'cause
bills.
I will live in a cardboard box.
It's already in my lungs, so I have a medical issue where there's mucus in my lungs as a side effect to the other medical issue I have. I'll get onto that in another podcast, but basically mucus, my celiac tract don't work, so there's always mucus in my lungs. I have to cough and spit it up. But there has been times where I choke on it and swallow it. So I'm going to go with the 10K a month because I already do that.
So we have this guy that we used to be friends with. So if any of you don't know what buffalo is, it's not a game, it's a lifestyle.
Never do it.
And basically, once you're sworn in, it happens the rest. Like it's good for the rest of your life. And somebody else that's sworn in can say buffalo anytime you're holding something in your dominant drinking hand, like a drink, and then you have to chug it. Yeah. So we had this guy.
He was not a good person.
Anyway, I told Colby, I was like, hey, he had this cup full of his mucus spit in the car. I said, hey, go hand that to him and say, hey, hold this for me real quick. I need to go use the bathroom.
So I'm going to tell what I said, and then you can finish the story. I ran up to him. I'm like, dude, I got to pee really bad. Like, I got to pee like a racehorse. So can you hold this for me really quick while I go pee? I don't want it to spill. And he grabbed it.
Grabbed it in his dominant drinking hand. Buffalo. Dude. He chugged it, but he didn't swallow it. He spat it back out. And afterward, he said, I could feel the lumps in my mouth.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to hear it. That is the single most disgusting thing.
So I'm going to give a little backstory on that real quick. I won't try and make it super long. I have a medical issue that's called situs inversus totalis. So all my internal organs are mirror imaged. And my crown is backwards. My heart's on the wrong side. All my organs are mirror imaged. They're swapped. And because of that, my celiac tract don't work. Therefore, I can't get rid of my mucus like you guys can. So it piles up in my lungs, and I have to cough and spit it up, or I will drown and die.
Pretty depressing. It mimics cystic fibrosis, so he's got to wear the vests that those people from 5 Feet Apart had to wear.
So that doctor that said I had to breathe through my nose, he said that the difference between me and them is all of my organs are on the wrong side, and I have a longer longevity than them. I'll have a normal human span life.
Anyway, Steven, what's your would you rather?
I want to ask one.
Oh, I thought you already gave one.
We all already gave one.
Yeah, we already gave one.
Oh, okay.
But going along with his, so would you rather get $5K a week, but on Friday of every single week, Mike Tyson comes in and he just like beats the
Can I keep my ear?
What?
Can I keep my ear?
Yes, you can keep your
Okay.
But he comes in and like you have to be hospitalized every week, but you get out right before Friday every week, or would you rather have to share a cardboard box on the street with a cat?
I'd rather share a cardboard box on the street with the cat because all that $5K a week is going to my medical expenses for being in the hospital for getting beat up. I don't have to pay it?
You don't have to pay that.
And, like, I won't go into organ failure for him constantly beating me?
No.
Oh, shoot, $5K a week. I get a free bed, a
You'll be in
hot
the hospital the
hot
whole
bath.
time.
Exactly. You would be spending the 5K on the newest video game because that's all you can move is your fingers.
I won't have to pay bills on a house or anything. That's free living.
You'd be living in the hospital.
And I did growing up anyway. What's the difference? I get paid to do it. I live in a hospital now. We're there all the time. We spend 14 days of our life in a hospital.
So
I think Anna would get tired of that. She'd be like, I want a real man that doesn't stay in the hospital.
She's going to have a sugar daddy. $5K a week.
Yeah, he can't spend it. He's in the hospital.
That's right. So she's going to spend all of it.
You would get $5K a week.
You'd get $5K a week.
There's like 52 point something weeks in a year, so that's like 20.
Gourmet.
$240,000 a year.
Yeah, what he said. 240,000 a year.
$240-something a year off me just getting the crap beat out of me.
That sounds like a depressing lifestyle.
Very much so. Oh, I have a follow-up one then. Okay, so in this horrible scenario, Either you and your partner either split up or one of you dies. Your only options are be single the rest of your life or have a sugar daddy.
Does it have to be a daddy?
Yes, it has to be a daddy.
Oh, well, I'm going to be single the rest of my life, so I have more time for video games.
So you're saying that our significant other passes away, and we don't get to choose. We either have to be single or sugar daddy.
This is a trick.
Typical sugar daddies where they just give you the money for
Like-
they talk
No,
to you,
you have to give all sorts of sugar.
hang out.
All sorts of sugar. You have to.
Give them the sugar.
I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life. I think I can get by.
This is a trick question because I'm gonna die first.
Oh, that one.
Just answer the question.
Yes, I don't remember right now. Okay, would you rather die first before your partner or after she passed away? I don't remember the question. When it was kind of
I'm dying first. Let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. I'm dying first.
This is gonna sound, I guess, bad, but I would prefer her to die first. And here's why. Here's my explanation why.
Thank you very much.
The way the world is today, I don't want her to find a man that is a piece of and be disrespected for the rest of her life. I would rather her pass away knowing that a decent I'm not saying I'm the best, but she won't get someone worse than me. So I'm looking out for her in a sense.
You definitely don't want her to get somebody better, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
All right, before since this is a second would you rather question, I'll answer differently this time. What's your life insurance policy looking like? I'm just kidding. I'd rather die first.
My life insurance policy is $3 million.
Nah, I'd still rather die first.
No. I have $0 to my name.
So if I die, I hope I die at work. Because it will be... No. If I die at work, with all I have like 7 life insurance policies. Oh my gosh. So if I die at work, it will be about $3 million.
I really need you to sign those adoption papers.
Hypothetically, let's say she's never going to find a bad person after me. Nobody's going to hit on her like in a physical manner. Nobody's going to disrespect her, and she'll be taken care of. Then I would prefer to die first.
If you die first, I'll marry Anna. Because apparently Caleb thinks he's dying first.
We're not looking for another man, so.
Yeah.
I'm going to have it in my will that Steven gets my money.
I hope y'all enjoyed watching about the 30-minute podcast that's going to be left of this. Because we had to cut so much. For nothing bad, all good things. But anyway, let us know if there's anything you want to hear about in the future. It'll probably be 3 podcasts down the way because we're doing 2 at a time right now due to our work schedule. We're already talking about a Halloween special where we're going to be in an old World War II base here in Louisiana that's known for being like full of evil things. So we'll be there during the day.
And Anna and I will not be present. I don't know if Anna will. I'm speaking for her, but I don't know if she will. I will not.
We're doing that for Halloween. A podcast. Yeah, but then we got to worry about lighting and...
We got to worry about other people who go out there.
Yeah, anyway. Thank you for watching. Continue watching. I love you.
Deuces, gooses.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for watching. We hope you like what we are putting out there. Please like and subscribe.
Go sponsor me. I'm sorry. I got to cut that out. People don't think I abuse you.